If you listen here carefully, you can hear my turn signal is on. Now I'm just documenting this here just in case Officer Lying Tyrant, aka Meredith, is hiding somewhere hoping to retaliate against me for the complaint I filed against him and his girlfriend, Officer Lame Man, aka Layman.
Let's see who this is. I just want to see if there's somebody sitting in the vehicle or if it's empty.
Henderson PD has a habit of leaving empty vehicles parked at certain locations in an apparent attempt to deter certain crimes or make it appear they're everywhere and always watching, however you care to look at it. So it isn't uncommon to see an empty patrol vehicle sitting somewhere, which is why I mentioned this.
It's running, it sounds like. So I'm just going to go on ahead and walk around. Yes, sir. You can, but at this point in time, I'm going to keep the camera rolling because
that's fine.
I don't know if you're going to try to advise me something that's an unlawful order.
That's fine. I'm watching a vehicle.
Okay.
And you're kind of lighting my car up. Could you go somewhere else and put your camera on me where your headlights aren't on me?
What the frig did he just ask me? The irony is delicious. Let's run that back one more time, just so I can confirm before I really start going off on my tangent here.
Could you go somewhere else and put your camera on me where your headlights aren't on me? What the hell did you just say?
Oh my god, what did you just say to me? Okay, I'm gonna do a little venting here in 3, 2, 1. 1. If your department's two most deserving nominees for the Ass Clowns of the Year award for 2018, Officer Lying Tyrant Meredith and Officer Lame Man, had have simply respected my similar request involving their flashlights and my camera, you and I wouldn't even be having this conversation. 2. The mere fact that you make this request about a light either disrupting an investigation or, in my case, preventing a lawful and protected act of recording the police during my traffic stop is so thick with irony I could make a peanut butter and irony sandwich. 3. How does it feel to be obstructed in an act which is reasonable and lawful by someone's frickin' light? Which brings us to number 4. If you were me, and your blue-striped morons were working with me, and they acted as they did to me, but against you, and I was asking you to not shine your headlights on my location and my police vehicle, would you be willing to reciprocate with a courteous agreement? I'll save you some time. The answer is most likely hell no. Fortunately for you, I'm not like some of the quote-unquote officers in your department. Now, having said that, let me state this for the record also. Had you been quote-unquote Officer Meredith or Layman making such a request, I'd have turned on every light I had, turned my vehicle's lights to bright, set my car alarm off, and stood out by the road jumping up and down while yelling, "Police, police, oh God, police," as loud as I possibly could. Owen, let's move on now, shall we?
I tell you what, how about I pull over there behind that vehicle and walk around in the dark without my light on? I mean, behind that building.
Behind the building? That's fine. I appreciate that. I just don't want my car lit up.
I'll do that for you since you're in the middle of maybe doing your job.
All right, thank you.
All right. That's Vad Bunker. I don't know the hell. Anyway, camera's still rolling. That's Vad Bunker, or whatever his name is. We're in a document. You know, he did ask me politely, and if he's actually trying to do his job and watch a vehicle. Well, number one, if they want to be dicks, they're going to try to claim obstruction. I'm going to try to get in on this. It's kind of hard to see, 226. But if they want to be dicks, they're going to claim obstruction. But he wasn't making any unlawful orders, in my opinion. And he was asking politely, and he wasn't trying to intimidate. Looks like we got another one coming in. He probably called for backup. So you heard it here. They're watching the vehicle. I'm not going to speculate as to why or what that vehicle's doing, but since they are watching the vehicle, why don't we zoom in over there and see what they could be watching. Okay, we got an SUV. Kind of hard to keep it still, sorry. Another white vehicle. And we have a truck. We have this guy over here who just pulled in. His unit number, if I can read it. Oh, look who it is. It's $170. Looks like he's going over, possibly make contact or deter something.
Okay, so at this point, officer not getting into that exits his vehicle and begins to make contact with me to seemingly thank me for turning off my lights and not giving away his position. He also wanted to use my name 2 more times, which made me almost laugh at that point. It goes back to my previous comment in the same video here, and the motivations behind it are undetermined at this point. However, if you also notice, he tends to want to either interrupt or speak through my own responses and comments. That could be a basic interrogation 101 attempt to control the conversation, or he could have been in a hurry, and you can make your own determination about that. The bottom line is, had Officer Lying Tyrant, aka Officer Meredith, honored my respectful request to remove his flashlight from my camera, not only would we not be here having this conversation again, but I would have also respectfully thanked him, as this officer here did, and thanked me about turning off my lights. Just wanted to point that out.
I just want to tell you thanks for taking your headlights off on me.
Hey man, I'm not trying to cause you guys a problem, especially if you're trying to do your job.
They called in for somebody, and I didn't want them to see that I was over there. So
I wouldn't have done it in the first place if I'd have known that. I don't know that.
I seen you go by, and I was hoping you would come back and put your headlights on me because we were watching them.
Hey,
so
man.
I know you want to film out. I'm gonna get out of your way. I just want to let you know. Thanks for turning your headlights off on me.
I'm not trying to cause problems, man.
That's fine. I just want to let you know what's going on.
Hey, buddy.
Okay. All right. Enjoy.
Yes, pulling in. Now, you guys can speculate as to the reasons why. Maybe he got out to say that. He was hesitant to shake my hand. I put my hand out for him to shake it. He was definitely hesitant to do that. I don't think he wanted to. So that kind of leads me to believe that he got out to say all that for his own motive or the department's motive, which is fine. It's still professional. It's still courteous. I don't really care. But I am going to go over. Okay, so back across the street we have the same 226 unit. We got Officer Mean Mugger. Let's go see what unit this is. $291. Yes, sir. I like to capture it when I can.
Almost like harassment, you know?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes. I've experienced it. That's why I started cop watching.
Me too.
That's exactly why I started cop watching.
Yeah, I've experienced too, dude. I can't see my bottom of my feet.
Yes,
I can't
sir.
do a fill. I'm fighting a fucking DUI right now, and I drive a mail truck. Because of that.
Really?
I've been going through this 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my toxicology report back. It's like 24 different drugs negative. They still make you put me through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, just so you know, this is going up on YouTube.
I don't care.
Yep, well, then say hello to YouTube.
I name you too.
You have a good evening, sir.
Yeah, it don't bother me none.
All right, just making sure. Looks like we might be performing a field sobriety test. Oh, yes, we are. I think he's saying that he'll take a breathalyzer. It's not looking good. At least that first one wasn't. Looks like we got the heel to toe. Officer Mean Mugger's just going to give him a mean mug halfway through it and make him fall over, lose his attention. Look, Officer Mean Mugger's doing it. Good job, officer. Good job. You know what, I'm going to try to fill in the words here, since I can't hear. Look, I can't do this when I'm sober, but I got a problem with my knee. Oh. That's not looking good. You better have medically documented knee, leg, feet, ankle, hip injuries. Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I like your shoes. The bad news is you're under arrest for suspicion of DUI. I just want to let you know that I did get my hair cut today. I wanted to know if it looked pretty good to you. Officer Haircut, we'll call him Officer Haircut. That's his new name. So we've got Mean Muggin placing the gentleman under arrest. Bad Bunker, I believe his name is, Sergeant. But we call him Sergeant, not getting into that. And then we got Officer Haircut, who is not visible at this point in time and walked around the vehicle, I believe. Looks like he's in the vehicle. Officer Haircut's doing a little search incident to arrest. There he is. Let's get a shot of Officer Haircut. I gotta tell that guy where he's gonna be at on YouTube out of fairness. Hey, buddy. Just gonna let you know where you can look this up if you want to see it.
Yes.
The YouTube channel is Opportunistic Activist.
Opportunistic activist.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You have a good evening.
You too. come back out, I'm gonna write that down.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. It's kind of a long $3 name. It's the best one I could come up with on short notice. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take some of your personal effects and put them in the vehicle. So you got some change in here. I was wondering if I could borrow about 50 cents to get a drink. I'm kind of thirsty. Arresting people make me thirsty. Officer haircut. Now he's inquiring as to why I'm recording. I understand, he's already unhappy. I'd be unhappy too. Of course, I try to stay out of handcuffs, but sometimes it happens to people. All right, it's OPPORTIST IC. That's opportunistic. Space activist. ACTIVIST.
Gonna be on there this evening.
It'll be on there sometime tonight. I'm going to be out for a while. I just came out, so
All right.
it'll be on there by tomorrow morning sometime.
All right.
You have a good day, sir, or a good evening. I just came out for another Kentucky Geographic. I'm sorry, special.
Oh, you're in for a special treat today. This is a rarely observed, though well-known phenomena of one animal grooming another. Watch carefully.
Hey, you had a piece of lint on your back. But let me get that for you. A while ago, out of fairness, I mentioned officer not getting into that, was hesitant to shake my hand. Well, I mean, I guess I'd be hesitant to shake my hand too after, if I worked for a department that did some of the stuff, or at least had some officers who did some of the stuff that I've experienced with them. Just being fair. I mean, he has to pick a side, and he's got Re-Up chevrons, so his side was chosen a long time ago. And again, I'm not the one I'm just pointing out that there's a us versus them. I don't create the us versus them. I'm just trying to document it. It was around before me, it'll be around after me, and it's getting worse. as usual, I'm gonna, well, per my new usual anyway, I'm going to inquire. This is what I believe it is, obviously, or apparently I should say. Sergeant, you have a good evening, officer. Haircut. That's Sergeant, are you allowed to make any comment? Was this a DUI arrest?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it appeared to me by the failure of the... Okay.
Look, I know this video is long. I can't freaking help it. I have to point out certain things, because not everybody's in the loop, not everybody knows what's going on, and not everybody is going to understand certain references if I don't point certain things out. Now, having said that, and since this video is already 8 hours long, let me add another 30 seconds onto it. It's probably already put at least 3/4 of the people who've watched it to sleep, and that's fine. Let me make a couple points here. One, L. Meredith motivated me to start cop watching after his fraudulent stop and citation, to which I say,
there wouldn't be no trouble except for that king shit cop.
and point number 2, my final point. I didn't do shit to any of them, except records request and redress a grievance. And so to the zoo of animals, also known as the Henderson Police Department, I say this.
They drew first blood, not me.